Hello guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope everything is okay with everyone. So today I decided to start a new series based on just talking about figures, personalities, people that really influence positively the African continent in the 20th century. It's just my way of, just thanking them, my homage, and really just spreading the word, making sure I also contribute to people getting to know or hear about such important figures for the continent and for our beloved countries in Africa. And so I decided by starting by Amílcar Cabral. Amílcar Cabral was a Pan-Africanist. Amílcar Cabral was a agriculture engineer, but above all, Amílcar Cabral was the person responsible for the freedom of two nations, two countries, Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde. Amílcar Cabral was born on the 12th of September of 1924 in Bafata, Guinea-Bissau. He was born there because his father, Juvenal Cabral, was a professor, was a teacher there. And both his parents were from Cape Verde. And by the age of 8, he then moves to the islands, to Cape Verde, specifically to São Vicente and the city of Mindelo, where he will spend alongside Santiago his years of teenage. So his teenage years will be between two islands in Cape Verde. In 1945, he gets the opportunity to go to Lisbon to study agriculture engineering. So he goes to Lisbon, and between 45 to 50, he studies agriculture engineering in the agriculture university, which was part of the Technical University of Lisbon. In that period, he gets to know other African students, and he start engaging in anti-fascist movements and ideas. Just the sharing of ideas of the things, but that were also happening in their countries. All the wrongdoing of the colonialism, and so he started to develop a little bit of that, of those thoughts and ideas at that time. In 1950, he finishes his studies, and for the period of 2 years, he will work in Portugal as an agriculture engineer, and then he gets sent to Guinea-Bissau again to work in a agricultural project in Guinea-Bissau. He was sent by the colonial government, so he was working for the colonial government at the time, and this will change everything in terms of just the perspective that he had in terms of ideas. And now, from this moment, he will get to see in local, in real, because he had the opportunity to travel all over the country, the actual condition, the population, the people were living under colonialism. So he gets to travel all over the country and gets to interact and talk to people from different tribes, different culture, and this will be one of the key factors that will make him the leader that he was, because he had the opportunity to know the people, know his people, and know their struggles, their reality. So in these years, he gets really the opportunity to do this work, but at the same time, he was already identified a bit of as a troublemaker. The colonial government already spot him, and so he gets shipped to Angola, where he will spend a period of time as well. Same thing will happen there. He will engage in the same activities. He talk and be in meetings with people that were also fighting for the freedom of that country. And in 1959, he will go back it will be in Guinea-Bissau, and this 1959 is a very, very important year in the story, in the recent history of Guinea-Bissau, because this was the year that the party decided to was created. So alongside other members, he created the party called PAIGC, which stands for African Party for the Independence of Guinea and Cape Verde. Partido Africano para a Independência de Guiné e Cabo Verde. So this happens in 1959. And bear in mind that this is all it's all illegal at the time, so it's all underground, you know. And 1959 is, as well, as I was saying, an important and a key moment, a changing moment of the history of Guinea-Bissau, because this is the moment, this is the year that also a massacre happens in the docks, in the ports of the city of Bissau. The infamous massacre of Pinjikiti, right, which is the port. So, you know, the workers of the port were just claiming better working conditions, better paying, and they were just massacred. They were killed. There were at least 50 reported deaths by the colonial army. Several hundreds of injured people from this situation. And this is really a changing point in the history of Guinea-Bissau, because from that moment on, from 1959, whatever was in terms of the thoughts that the people had with the colonial system changed forever, because they lived in that moment the cruelty of the colonial system, and this will change everything. So 59, the party is formed. 59, we had the massacre and the change of ideas. So the party being underground, right? Cabral decided that the best way to work for the freedom of these countries would be to open a delegation in Guinea-Conakry, which is just a neighbor country. So he opened a delegation in Guinea-Conakry in 1963, and also 1963 is the year that the colonial war starts. So you have a party that represents the uprising of the people of Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde, fighting against the colonialism system and against the Portuguese at the time colonialist system. So 63 we have the creation of the delegation in Conakry, and 63 we have the beginning of the war. And this will be a long war that would take dozens, hundreds of lives. People lost their lives in this war from both sides. It was really a horrible war, unnecessarily, but at the time the Portuguese colonial system really wasn't thinking about acknowledging and giving the freedom to the most of the African countries that were under their umbrella, so to speak. So in 1973, so 10 years after the beginning of the war, Guinea-Bissau would on the 24th of September unilaterally declare independence. So they didn't care anymore. They knew that the international community was with them, and so 10 years after starting the war, after thousands of deaths and injured, they declare unilaterally independence. So for those who don't know, the 24th of September is the Independence Day of Guinea-Bissau. But at the same time, we do have a very tragic happening, really, because at that time on the before the Declaration of Independence on the 20th of January of 1973, Cabral is assassinated. He was murdered. And he was murdered by 2 members of his own party, which is just incredible, you know. I won't focus on that. There are so many theories, there are so many books written about that, but it's just to show you that sometimes the danger is really closer than we think it is, and it's within our own that bad things happen. And so 20th of January of 1973, Amílcar Cabral is assassinated in Conakry, Guinea-Conakry. And 24 September of 1973, Guinea-Bissau declares independence from Portugal unilaterally. So Portugal didn't recognize him, but they decided that from that day on they were independent. And so Cabral didn't have the opportunity to get to see his country, the country fought for, the country fought internationally for, the country. He's been to meetings, he even met with Pope, he's been to the UN fighting for, he was in the jungles fighting for. He did not have the opportunity to see his country free, which is really sad for someone who dedicated his life fighting for the freedom of his country. So at that moment, because all this effort of war were between these 2 countries, Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde, they then decided to join forces and create, you could call, one only nation, a unity between Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde. This would start from 1973 until 1980. So in 1973, 24 of September of 1973, then they would decide that his brother, Cabral brother, Luis Cabral, would be chosen to be the president of the new free country, Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde. I don't want to make this video longer. I just want to acknowledge the importance of Amílcar Cabral in Africa, the importance of Amílcar Cabral for 2 nations, for Guinea-Bissau and for Cape Verde, and you know, just giving my contribution to acknowledge such an important figure in Africa in the 20th century. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you like and subscribe, and please just keep having the fantastic day.